Today we're revisiting the step-by-step tidy up garden and also the, I think it was step-by-step scarifying video. Either way, I'll put a link in the description of the job that I'm revisiting now. So as soon as you see the job, if you've watched the videos, you'll see which job it is. Since I did the first tidy up job, I think I only done one visit, and then it was winter and then all sorts of rain, weather and everything. This is the first time I've been back, really, probably as a visit, since doing the tidy up. So as you can see, we scarified it all, and the lawn has come back. It is not an LHL lawn at the moment, but this is the first visit, so you'll see this in, getting done. So you can see it now. It's definitely come up. It definitely needs a cut. I mean, this is quite long. So I'm going to do what our little maintenance job today. So yeah. There's a hell of a lot of bulbs coming up, and it is hard to distinguish. Well, obviously I can tell the difference between bulbs and grass, but what I mean is, even when you weed and you clear, it still looks like it's full of grass to the eye, when someone's looking at the border. So it won't look brilliant until these bulbs die down. So we'll do our best and get, we'll get what's grass and weeds out, but it still won't look great today. But this is the beginning of it. We're still in February. It's probably not even the beginning of the season yet. So as usual, I'll get on with that. I'm going to start by just blowing any loose leaves or any loose rubbish that's out onto the lawn before we give it a cut. And as I've said in previous videos about the edging, this now looks like it doesn't need doing if you look, but you can't half tell after I've done it, even though I'm taking, say, 2 millimeters off of growth, maybe 3 millimeters, but you can see the difference. And like when I come round this conifer, you can see the edge that's been done. You always trim, it looks great, or use the edge cutters, whatever you use, whatever your choice of weapon is, but as long as the edge gets cut, makes a massive difference. And this machine certainly has more problems than what it's worth. Sometimes I do just grind my teeth when I use it. It's got a few design faults, but who am I? I'm just a gardener, not a designer. We've just got to use the tools. I find that the people in the offices that design these don't actually use them, and this, well, it's poor. So I'm just going to cut some roses back now. There's two types of rose here. There's Floribunda, which I'm cutting now here, and there's hybrid teas. And the Floribunda, I'm just cutting it what I'd call willy-nilly, just down. I'm not bothering going to any buds or anything like that. I'm just reducing the size of it just so it stays compact. Now, years and years ago, I think I must have been about 18, and Which magazine did trials on roses, and one of the trials was taking a hedge cutter through different patches of roses, and then on other certain patches of roses they cut them the conventional way, 45 degrees, you know, at a outgrowing bud, all what you're supposed to do. And they were testing what did the better outcome, and really the outcome was similar. Similar amounts of growth, similar amounts of disease, if any, on both of them. So basically they were actually saying, is it worth all that, you know, all that trouble to do all the what you call proper by the book pruning? But again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just showing you what I do. So sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't do it. On this bush, I've just cut it sort of willy-nilly, I haven't really bothered. And on the hybrid tea, which is the second one, you'll see in a sec, I do cut it at 45 degree. So it's hard to get out of something that you've been doing for years. But I don't know if times have changed, if maybe, you know, Google it nowadays and see what the outcome is now. But I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Once you've cut out the dead, the diseased and the cross branches, you know, you're pretty much ready to go. So you can see this is a different style. This is the hybrid tea one. Now if you were to choose this method, you know, the old-fashioned method, it does take a lot of time. You've got to work that into your estimate of time and price. But yeah, I'm not here to argue with the Witch magazine trials. They said it was alright, so I'll go with that. So it's back to basics, back to the hand weeding on your knees. Yep, even us landscape gardeners have to get down on our knees and pull out weeds. It's just one of them jobs that's got to be done. It's the fundamental backbone of gardening. And as I say, I am pulling out weeds and grass, and anything that's left is a growing, you know, it's a growing shrub, plant, whatever, bulb, whatever. It's all wanted, but it looks so scruffy at the moment. And this little fellow I'm cutting down is a sedum, and I love these plants, but because the stalks are dead on them and you know, they're quite weak, don't think you can just pull them out, because the plant is so soft and it'll just rip out the ground, and it's such a shame. It's a lovely plant. The butterflies and the bees love them. Yeah, lovely sedums. So yeah, always snip them, use your secateurs. So this is a bit of a gardener's nightmare. This is what I don't like. I've been over it. You'll have to trust me, I've got as much grass out as possible. There's probably still little bits left, but there's not much. Everything you can see there growing, sort of green, like grass-like, is one type of bulb or other. So I'm just gonna like wait after this visit for them to to die back, and then we can concentrate on the grass and get the soil nice and black. I'd like to have the border just nice black border, but it's impossible on this visit. As I say, it's only February, so these are all things that are just coming up now. Really, we're lucky to be here to do the garden at all. So I'm just going to take the hoe over. I've just gone through it with the little rake, and I've gone through it with on my hands and knees on the mat to try and hand pull and try and spy any bits of weeds and grass. So yeah, even here, I mean, it's just an eyesore. It's not going to certainly look great, but overall, once I've hoed, it will look fine. Just not the standard, but it won't be yet. Let's give it another month, and I'll do another little video in about a month, and you can see what it looks like then. All the grass will be up to top spec then. So I'll get on with hoeing that. And I find the claw a great little tool for going between these bulbs. I mean, obviously the hoe is out the question at the moment. Oh well, there we have it. I was just going to say, this is probably the worst visit to show you how it's come on, because it still looks like it's full of grass. That just to me looks like, it just gives me anxiety, and it just looks like weeds. It's not weeds, trust me, but you can see it's come on, because I'll put a link in the description. Like I said, you'll see the grass we scarified it, and we've just gone through winter, so it hasn't had a chance to grow yet. But I'm just going to put some feed on now before I go. I've got some there in the bucket, and I would be using my whiz spreader, but I haven't got the batteries again. I'll try and get them today, but that's a great little thing once it's up and running. But yeah, again, that border, I'm not even going to take it so close because I'm embarrassed, but at least the soil's all softened up. It's all ready. As soon as these do what they're doing or die back, then I'll get on with that. And as I say, it's only February, so yeah, we've just licked it into a little maintenance shape. Here, I told you last time I got these stones out, and I still haven't had a word with her, so I'll have a word with her today and see if she wants me to put them back in. But you're going to need, that's a job, if you know what I mean. These have got to go. The clean stones, there's some over there. It's got to have membrane down, and I'll see what she wants to do. But yeah, that's it. Hope it's been a bit of little interest to someone, and I'll just put this fertilizer down now. Just going to put it down by hand, and then I'll go, and I'll see you on the next video. But I'll do another one in a couple of months when everything really is looking great and it's black soil and sort of just plants and no straggly bits of bulbs and things that, you know, they've got the place, don't get me wrong, I love them, but sometimes they can look awful. Alright, I'll see you on the next video.